All right, friends, welcome. Uh, Wanted to get on here. We have finished the book of Luke, and I'm praying about what God wants next in terms of our study. I have labeled today's video in part Get Tough Church, because I think that's where we are right now. Previously, it was Bride of Christ. We went through the books of Matthew and Luke. We've got about 60 videos. If you need to get in the Word, if you have a hard time doing that, we've read through those chapters with also a focus on what's happening now, current events, the tribulation. And in yesterday's video, I mentioned a dream, and I want to go ahead and share that with you all. I recorded it on my phone. I'm going to grab my headset just because it's got a nice microphone on it. And I'm going to go ahead and open up with that. And then I'm also wanting to talk about the vaccine. And things have played out differently than I believe most people expected. When we heard about the vaccine coming and what was contained in it, a lot of us, this was back last spring and summer, a lot of us were thinking, okay, the church is going to be raptured because that's clearly the mark of, the beast. So then it started being administered to people who couldn't make adult rational decisions, people in nursing homes, and now in adult homes, in certain countries, Israel, it is being administered to teenagers, 16, 17-year-olds, people whose brain haven't even fully developed. So I had to prayerfully take a step back and just ask God, what's going on? How should we view this? And I've been learning some more. Let me go ahead and put this on. You could probably hear me a little better. So I've been learning some more about it, and I've got some passages, and like my practice is to just open the Bible and see what God has to reveal. Because I was thinking about, and my new friend Danny Mack mentioned the surrounding people of the tribes of the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel, and how God had commanded that they be wiped out. And I was thinking about the scriptures related to that, but also the scriptures, the book of Jonah, about how God ministered to people, even with this fallen DNA is how some of us are looking at it. So before I get into that, I want to play this dream. So what I had yesterday morning, I was very surprised that I've been praying and thinking about, okay, God, where are we in terms of the timeline for the tribulation? Are we pre-trib? Because this is kind of starting to feel like mid-trib, like things are really, really going to get bad. So this dream is in part an answer to that. I apologize. I have a voice that's a little scratchy, but we're going to start there, and then we're going to bring this other scripture and that I just opened to in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, that really underscores what I believe are some clues in terms of people receiving the vaccine. So let's go ahead and listen to that dream. Just woke up from a dream, and I started out at my dad's, and we were preparing for the rapture, or we were getting food. We were preparing for the tribulation, and they had some friends that came over, and they were going to help, and we started talking about Jesus' return, this imminent return. And then I moved to a different dream. And in the last dream, the freezer wasn't working.
one of the doors was missing and they couldn't close the other one. And then I go to my next dream. And also in the last dream, I couldn't find my YouTube channel. Like I was trying to tell these friends about my YouTube channel where I talk about God at the Rapture and the Tribulation. And I couldn't find it. And then in my next dream, I was at the mall with my roommate. We were getting ready to leave. And I turned back and I told everyone that the rapture was about to happen. We were at the midpoint of the tribulation and things were about to get really bad. But if they had any questions, to come see me. And just prior to that, still in the mall, I had talked to the mall manager with my roommate. We had brought a concern up. And as I was leaving, I realized, oh goodness, there's a door here for a conservative talk radio host who's also been talking about the rapture. Like, oh, that's so cool. I've got such a heritage, a foundation here. That's awesome. Because this isn't my native city.
Okay, I want to stop right there because on further review, the conservative talk show radio host was actually Alex Jones. It was like he had an office there. And, you know, after I thought about it, I was like, I think he's probably got some psyops going on, likely. And it was probably more of a signal of a deceit in the area, in the church, in the conservative realm, the evangelical Christian realm. However, you know, you interpret this, just be wise and understand that we're going to come from attack from our own. Somebody had a video lately about people getting paid off, just like Judas was paid.
And so I get out of the mall and I can't find my roommate. As I had turned to talk to people about the rapture and the tribulation, he got a little perturbed and he walked out. So even though I had ridden with him, I couldn't find him. So somehow I was able to locate my car. It's white. And I started driving home.
This is probably my rapture.
I realized I don't have my purse.
It's probably my rapture.
And I thought, well, maybe when I was talking with the mall manager, I may have left it there. Hopefully, I didn't leave it somewhere else or it wasn't stolen. So I get home and
that's bingo.
I still can't find my roommate, so I felt bad. I was like, well, my roommate's probably looking for me. And so I am waiting there trying to think what I should do because I don't have my phone. And then there's a knock at the door, and there is someone who looks like a shady character. But it really wasn't my home. It was a mansion. And so I thought, well, maybe the owner of the mansion owns this place or knows this person. So I will open the door and see what they want. Well, this person had a big tattoo between their eyebrows, and it seemed like a satanic symbol. He had black and a disheveled hair, and he was kind of a big guy with glasses. So I opened the door, and he asked, he's like, is Stephanie here? And I said, what do you need? And he just said, is Stephanie here? And I didn't know how they knew my name. And I was scared because I'd opened my door and I didn't think I could close it without them pushing through. So I said, yeah, my roommate's out back. Let's go out there. So he starts leaving. I closed the door and I locked it. And I ran to the back just looking for any doors that could be unlocked. And then I get to the bedroom, and it looked like somebody had been sleeping in it. So I see that there is a phone, like a Google phone. So I said, Google, call the police. And the home was Spanish speaking. My roommate speaks Spanish. So I tried to speak Spanish to it. I said, hey, Google, call Policia. And the operator came on, and I tried speaking English, and they were speaking Spanish. So I tried to remember how to give the directions to our home in Spanish. And so all this time I'm waiting for the police, and more people come, more evil people come. And it's not my house. I realized that they probably went to my house, which was good, because I wouldn't want my roommate to get home and there to be bad people. So I thought, well, hopefully they're tracing my call. And then all of a sudden, more people are there, but also the police come. And the owner comes. So the owner comes inside, and I tell them, I try to tell them that I'm not a bad person. I don't know how I'm there. And then the police come, and they're inside, and then the bad guys are inside too. And so the police are like, they know the owner. They don't know me, so they have me get on the floor. I'm like, that's fine. The other bad people get on the floor, but the one is now a woman. I don't know if it's the same person or a different person. And they want to get as close to me, even though they're on the floor, as possible. And the owner comes, it's a woman, and so she kind of stands by me to protect me from this other person. And this person is just saying these awful things, like they want to hurt me, they want to attack me, they are a Kabbalist, and they hate Jesus, they hate God, and I'm getting upset, I'm getting angry. I feel this power welling up in me, and I think if I have supernatural power like this person seems to think I have, then I am just going to unload on them. I want them to feel it. And so I put my hands up like a clawing position, and I just sent forth as much energy as I could. And that person falls back, and they're screaming in pain, and I don't let up. I just give it to them. And finally, I get tired, and they're just screaming and saying these things against God. And so the police step in, and they take the bad people away. And there's some cops there still. And one he was handsome, but he was kind of shy around me and wouldn't make eye contact. And then there was a YouTuber there, The Disciple, his channel. I think he's in England. He was there, and it was his birthday. And he had a cake, and he had some English or Irish sayings on it, having cake. And it was happy birthday. I was wishing him happy birthday. And we were just making small talk, small chat. And I started singing. I said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There's just something about that name. And then everybody's joined me. And we're all like subtly or subduedly praising God. And it was really beautiful. And so I started wandering and walking around and thinking about everything that had happened. And I wondered, have I been raptured? Am I in my heavenly mansion? Am I in my home? And I was contemplating all these things when I woke up.
Okay.
And I think the time says 9:33 right now as I finish telling the stream.
Okay. So I need